Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today is your Corona Tech Virus news for Wednesday, April 1st, 2020, and there are no April Fool's jokes here. This is all straight up news, I promise. Now, multiple people have alerted me to multiple sources on this, and quite frankly, Zoom is going to be dominating the news today, because there's a lot of issues with Zoom that have recently come to light. Now, apparently Check Point Security basically identified a cyber attack technique that allows criminals to identify and join Zoom video conferences. Now, this obviously discovery comes as many people and companies are flocking to the Zooms of the world to basically spin up remote work from home. And so that's a very serious issue. Over 1,700 new Zoom domains have been registered since the beginning of 2020, and 25% of those have been registered in the past week. This is according to Check Point. Now, among those registered Zoom domains for this year, roughly 4% are displaying suspicious characteristics. So that's actually quite a lot of various domains. And so if you are looking to make sure that that doesn't happen, where somebody can just randomly attach to you, make sure you're setting up password requirements for your meetings. Enable the encryption for your meetings, although recent reports from The Intercept say that Zoom isn't fully encrypting the meetings, but still, enable that option. Also, if you've got any registered users and are paying for Zoom, make sure you are enabling the two-factor authentication. You can use the Google Authenticator app or Authy. Both work just fine. And in more Zoom news, and I've been, again, alerted to this by just a ton of people, and thank you everybody for tagging me or giving me a heads up, Bleeping Computer reports that a newly found vulnerability in Zoom allows an attacker to steal your Windows login credentials. Now, the problem that we have here basically is in Zoom's chat. When you send a link, it's actually converting that into what's called UNC, or Universal Naming Convention. And what it's doing is it's then converting it into a clickable link to go out, but it's also tagging your username and password. Now, fortunately, the password is hashed, meaning it's been obfuscated, so it looks like random numbers, but it's very easy to download a hash attacker and if you are a hash cracker, and if you've got a very weak password, somebody could instantly crack your username and password. So make sure that you are using really good passwords with this, and obviously Zoom is going to be fixing that. But in the meantime, if you just want to prevent that completely, especially in Windows, the only thing you have to do is restrict your NTLM outgoing traffic to remote servers. You make sure that is set to deny all. That is in your computer configuration. And I know that's going to be a little complex for somebody or some of you out there. But again, outgoing NTLM traffic to remote servers, set that to deny all, and that will fix that problem, especially if you're on Zoom. Moving on, this is coming from Sky News, and we are heading to the United Kingdom. The UK government is preparing to release an app which alerts people if they come too close to somebody who has tested positive for the coronavirus. Now, the contact tracking app, will basically be deployed, and it's an opt-in basis, and it's going to be released pretty much probably in the next few weeks or so, just before the lockdown is lifted in the United Kingdom, according to sources. And so here we go. Now, the National Health Service leadership hopes that this app will attract more than 50% of the population, because they need large numbers of people using this to be really working effectively. If 10 people are installing this thing, it's kind of irrelevant. They need a massive amount of population. So if you're in the UK, you're probably going to get advertised to this by the NHS. Now, if this also tracks or collects anything from you or your phone as you are installing a government-issued app into your phone, citizens of the UK, I don't know. I'm not hearing anything about that. Obviously, the app's not live, but I have no doubt that cybersecurity researchers are going to be looking at that very closely in the United Kingdom. And if I find out anything, believe me, I'll be telling you. And with that, let's go to an update from the COVID-19 Threat Coalition. Again, this is a group of more than 2,000 volunteers from major organizations, officially or unofficially representing governments, corporations. We've all volunteered our time to combine our threat intelligence to bring it to the world to make sure that hospitals are more secure. And if you're in cybersecurity, please join us. And here is some of the threat intelligence that we have collected over the last hour or so. Now, we have caught basically in our reporting on fake Zoom, here we go, and WebEx apps that are being advertised as legitimate downloads. And so if you see any link that says, oh, click to download the Zoom app or the WebEx app, and it is taking you to a website, dlnow.co, and there's probably going to be stuff behind it, www.dlnow.co, and then a whole bunch of stuff afterwards. If you see dlnow.co, leave that site. That is malicious, and that's where infected apps are right now. That is real-time intelligence. Another thing we found is a new type of phishing attack that is spoofing the World Health Organization and is hitting Office 365 users. And so there have been over 1,000 fake websites, that have basically been spun up, or infected websites. So obviously I can't list out 1,000 here, but some of the notable ones are things like weightlossmusclegain.com, WTOffshores.com, CSRepFoundation.org, and EPPIROC.com. These might be legitimate sites that have been compromised. These might be bad sites, but either way, they are compromised and infected right now. And so if you're getting anything in Office 365 taking you to one of these links, claiming to be from the World Health Organization, look at it skeptically. If you need to go to the World Health Organization, go to it yourself. You can Google it and make sure that it is the actual legitimate website, not one of these 1,000+ fake sites that are out there. And so we are seeing these domains from all over the world, with Australia extensions, UK extensions, and every country in between. So heads up to you guys, that is real-time threat intelligence for April 1st of 2020, and hopefully you guys are staying healthy and safe out there. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.